Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time, welcome on in. Extremely glad to have you here. Really grateful. Thank you for lending your energy to this beautiful tribe. All right, so this is for March 2023. My goodness, it's a huge month. There's a lot happening. If the past 2 months have felt like things are been at a halt, well, March is gonna do like a big moment or movement forward, and that's because we have very big planets moving signs, and the biggest two ones being Saturn and Pluto, and of course Mars is also changing signs after 7 months. So huge month for us. We'll see what comes through. We'll see what affects our own areas, our own lives, but we're gonna do all live shuffle today. So pick a card. We have 3 options today. Option 1, we have this card number 7, which is Wisdom. For pile 2, we have Confidence, card number 32, or that reduces to a 5. And for pile 3, it's my acrylic nails, don't let me pick up anything. We have Letting Go, number 6, okay? Wow, so we have 6, we have 5, and we have 7. Interesting energies. Anyway, so feel free to choose as many piles as you want because the messages will be unique and whatever spirit wants to bring forward. We're going to look at what the energies hold for us in the month of March. Go ahead and pick your first choice and I will see you at your selection. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the first oracle card, number 7, Wisdom, that says, on a Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. So what does it mean for the month of March? Again, this is kind of a leader energy that we're going to tap into. So a lot of, again, lack of a better word, wisdom coming through, but it's also growth because of the waxing moon here. Okay, waxing is when, it's kind of getting larger. That's what waxing means. So you're in a growth phase. So March is probably going to bring you a lot of growth. And with wisdom, it could be, again, in terms of your intellect, in terms of, some of your graduating, or graduating to a different level of your philosophies, of your thought process, of how you've looked at life in general. Some of you, this could be opening doors in the career sector. So whatever it is, you're entering a growth period. So things are going to start leveling up from here on out is what I see. And of course, if you've been on my channel before, I always like to remind people that if you see any animals in any of the cards that show up, always go and read about the essence of that spirit animal. Because why are owls showing up in your life at this time? If you're dreaming of them, or if they're showing up in readings or in the TV or anywhere like random, media outlets, if you keep on seeing owls, and that has a significant meaning for you. And to me, symbolically, it's about communications, about networking, and about also like having mentors in our life. But a lot of you, I feel like friendship, colleagues, friend circle, new peer set, networking. And if some of you are like interviewing, like you're having emails and talking to recruiters and sourcers, there's a lot of chatter. Okay, whenever birds or owls show up, there's a lot of chatter, there's a lot of mental activity, but there's also like a lot of communication that happens. So you may want to read up on that, like what do oils represent? Did I say oils? Maybe essential oils as well. What owls represent for you. Okay, so let's keep that here. We're going to do every life shuffle. So we'll draw 4 oracle cards. We're going to use 4. At the bottom deck, we see a woman holding a heart. How beautiful. So you have lovely energy and a lot of protection. I mean, if I see a card, then I have to talk about it. Okay, it only, the spirit draws my attention to it for a reason. So this month, rest assured, you have a lot of love around you. And also you're emanating. For you, Venus might be an important one because Venus has just moved into Pisces. So see what house that is for you. Venus is going to bring blessings to that house, okay? Because she's reminding me of Venus with this, but also you're really wildly protected with your angels around you at this time with number 44. Already messages are pouring in. So whatever you do, there's going to be growth in it. There's going to be protection in it. And of course, with a lot of communication and expansion with people, opportunities, growth overall. Okay, so we're already intuiting messages before we even get the cards out. So pile 1, let's get 1 card from each of the 4 oracle decks I have. This one is Energy of the Oracle. So it's going to look a little not visually appealing because the cards just fly all over the place. I usually pre-draw them, but today I just wanted to do it live because March is such a big month. Let's see. Next we'll get a card from Sacred Destiny Oracle. For pile 1 spirit. Pile 1, what do they need to know? What does March hold for my beautiful pile 1? Okay. We have the animal spirit. Interesting, because I picked this today. And I don't pick the cards pick me, okay? The decks pick me. I just stand there in front of my shelf and say, all right, who wants to talk today? Who wants to come? Look at that. I said birds and owls, and this one wanted to show itself. Crow spirit. Lovely. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And last but not the least, by the way, all the decks are pre-shuffled, so sometimes I just need to do a little bit more to get the energy right. Pile 1, pile 1. What does March hold for my beautiful pile 1? Oh, that turned over. There we go. I'm not going to show you, I saw it. So we'll just keep it here. Okay, fantastic. So let's start by looking at these cards. I'm going to put your oracle card here. So first we have, what did I say? Door to value, number 31, another 4 showing up for you. We saw the 4-4 for you at the bottom of this deck. So you see all the dollar bills, flowing through the gates. So the gates of prosperity are opening to you, the door to value. And again, it does not have to be just money, okay? It can, a lot of times, because Venus was showing up in your reading, it's what do you value and how do you value, and your own self-worth, okay? For example, we already picked up on your career, intellect, or graduating type of energy coming through. So a lot of like mercurial or mental, intellectual energy coming through. So what do you think is valuable to you? That door is opening up. Do you think you need a better job or a different job where you have a lot more independence on your schedule and you are paid for how much you contribute to the company? Well, that door is opening for you. If you feel you're finally at a stage where you want to start your own business, that door is opening for you. If you want to, like you've been thinking about, that book draft that you've been sitting on for a while, you're finally going to finish it and the door to publishing houses will open up for you. You get the drift, okay? So whatever is valuable to you, if it's family, if it's connections, if you feel like you've been in a hermit mode for a long time and you're open to, or you're inviting in valuable connections, friendships, soulmates, soul tribes, that is opening up for you, okay? So it's going to be different, but it's whatever is coming. Yes, can be money, and yes, definitely with the door to value and the money symbolism showing up, but it would be like, it's almost like worth in gold to you in terms of its value, okay? So that's what you're inviting in. I love this energy. And we have protection. We already picked up on that. That is absolutely beautiful. So we have a lot of protection coming in. And this is, again, think of it in terms of the, of course, your spirit team, your spirit guides, your angels, whatever higher power you believe in, loved on, passed on loved ones, whatever, whoever that is, your higher self, there's a lot of direction and protection for you. So if you're getting, like, because I see these two lightning bolts over here, lightning and thunder, it's like whatever ideas are coming to you are divinely protected, and ideas are going to come this month with the owls showing up and the wisdom showing up. It is going to happen. You're going to have several aha moments. Act on them if you feel they resonate with your own personal value system, okay? Not that of like the standard of others or standard of what you may have heard in society or in family. But no, if this is something valuable to you, for example, you get a job that is maybe a parallel move in terms of compensation, but it takes you to a state let's say where there's no state tax, or it's right on the beach, or you can work from anywhere, and you value, and you're in a mode where you want to travel and maybe have a traveling job, and that to you is very valuable. But your friends may say like, hey, why are you making a parallel move? Makes no career sense. It's up to you, your value system, okay? Whatever that is, you're protected, okay? And then we already saw this one. We have the Crow Spirit, another 7 showing up, but this reduces to an 8. 8 is a number of abundance. We got 4 and 8, so abundance doubling, I can say that. But again, some of you may have crows or ravens as your spirit animal as well, and this says co-create with spirit. So this is a month where if you build a plan, you're going to act on it, and you're going to get the results, or you're going to get the ball rolling. Because as I mentioned in the intro, we have big planets changing signs, okay? Let's see if, actually the signs, let's see what sign came out for you. Wow. We have Gemini, cross-pollinate. So this is the 3rd house energy, okay? Number 3 may be important to you. Number 7 may be important to you. But Gemini, cross-pollinate. You see the bees over here. Bees represent prosperity, but also cross-pollination, networking. If you get invitations to networking events, to even to like it doesn't have to be professional, okay? If you get invited to a party, to a neighborhood event, and you've never done it before, you don't want to go, but if your calendar is free or you can make it free, go. That's what this is telling us. So bees, birds, wisdom, networking, waxing moon, growth, more door to value opening, more connections. We picked up on that already. So definitely a very mentally active month, stimulating month. Let's call it. It's a very stimulating month with you. So keep putting out your intentions. And for this one, Spirit is bringing me back to, cross-pollinate. There is, Virgo is the 6th house. There's a new moon in Virgo on the 7th. And there's a full moon in Aries on the, is it the 19th or the 20th or 21st of the month. Those may be important time markers, but especially the new moon, because it's new beginnings. There may be more networking or more opportunities for you to meet more people or come into opportunities, okay? So keep that open. Interesting. So theme so far. People, things, materials, people, communication, and a lot of protection, okay? So we're going to use the Wheel of Fortune Tarot deck to see what Tarot has to tell us. A beautiful pile 1. What do they have in store this month, Spirit? What is in store for my beautiful pile 1 in the month of March? More. Wow, there's the Wheel of Fortune. Why was I thinking about it? I don't know if I called it, but I felt like the growth period, a certain cycle is ending and a new is beginning for you. Ooh, okay. All right, so bottom of the deck. Wow. A cycle ending and a new one beginning. That's what we were feeling. Totally. Oh my God. Thank you, Spirit. So I'm going to put this over here. We have the World energy at the bottom of the deck. And what do we got here? The first one out, we have the Knight of Cups. Okay. So some sort of offer coming in. And this could be an offer like invitation coming to, as I said, an event, could be a job offer, could be a networking event career-wise, could be a love offer. Ooh, because we did have Venus. Where's that deck? I don't know if I shuffled it again or if I put it in the same way. Let me see. Yeah, because I shuffled it. But we got the thinking man at the bottom now. But the heart, the woman holding the heart did show up. So Venus, this could also be like a love offer or connection coming through. We have 6 of Swords. You've earned the right to passage. We have the 5 of Swords, walking away from petty arguments. We have the Wheel of Fortune with your fortune turning. To me, these both, I mean, this can be a Jupiter card, and Jupiter is in Aries, but I read it as both Jupiter and Saturn is shifting on the 7th of May. So that's a time marker showing for you. And then we have the High Priestess. Look at that energy, major, 3 major arcanas. So a very spiritual time for you, of course, but this is something you feel is already coming, okay? You may be feeling restless at this time because, as I said, the months of January and February have been like very, very random, like to say the best way possible to put forward the energies. They've been very random, and you may have been feeling very anxious or impatient maybe, but restless. Restless is the most accurate way I can say it, because the timing was not now or was not ready yet, okay? But with the Wheel of Fortune and the World showing up, this is an ending of an old cycle and a beginning of a new, where you're going to be on the up and up. And we already talked about the up and up when we were saying the waxing moon, okay? So similar themes coming out over here, but you've been sensing it, okay? And sometimes it's hard for us to know, like, what is it that we're feeling? Why have we been so restless? Because we were pretty much like debating in our own mind with the Five of Swords, like, what's going on? Like, when is this gonna solve? Like, maybe you have like 3 areas of goals. I don't know why I said 3. I'm looking at number 3. Maybe let's say it's like, well, I want to change jobs, but that would require me to change my schedule. Right now I'm able to take care of my family. Do I do it or do I not? Okay, that could be one area. Second would be like, well, let's say I've been single for a while. I have no friends. I need to invest and get out there, get over my hesitation, but that's going to take away from my time from my hobbies. And I'm really like getting into my art or my poetry, and I use this time towards that. Should I do it or should I not? Third, well, I really need to move. I want to buy a house. The housing market is blah. Interest rates are blah. But do I really need to move? Okay, so this is just like examples, but it looks like there could be multiple things in your lives where things aren't clear or have not been clear. And because they've not been happening, you may be in this frame of mind. It's like, well, am I supposed to do this? Like, what's going on, right? Do I make this a goal or do I not? Or do I just let it pass? So that sort of mental conflict or mental chatter is what may have been happening in your mind. But guess what? We see these doors opening, these like lightning bolt events happening, or energies really shifting. So I'll give you some important dates for this month. The first date, well, actually, Venus joining Jupiter is already happening at the early beginning of March. So Jupiter showing up here, and Venus has already showed its symbolism earlier in the reading. This is a lucky time. So it's time to come out and shine. Jupiter expands. It's also the planet of luck. And Venus is all finer things in life, including art, money, love, you name it, right? Good food, wining and dining. And then Jupiter is, of course, like worldly experiences and expanding them. So already beginning of March is going to start opening doors for you. The second date is March 7th is the biggest date, actually the 23rd as well. March 7th is when there is a new moon in Virgo. Sure, check that out where it is. But the biggest thing of that day is within a few hours of the new moon, Saturn is shifting signs. Saturn is leaving Aquarius and going into Pisces. So Pisces house is lit up for you wherever that lies. So Pisces, in the house of Pisces, we have the sun, we have Venus, we have Jupiter. No, not Jupiter. Not Jupiter, sorry. So sun, Venus, and then we have Saturn coming in, and I believe Mercury is already there, something like that. So there are 3 to 4 big planets in Pisces. Okay, so March 7th is a pretty critical date. The next one is, if you look at the March 21st as a new moon in Aries. This new beginnings can happen around that time, depending on where Aries is in your chart. But 23rd is the next big planet, Pluto. Pluto does not change signs often. Pluto's been in Capricorn for the past 14, 15 years, and now will like just dip its toes into Aquarius. And it's just a short transit. It's 2.5 months, but it's going to show you what may be shifting soon in the next 2 to 20 years. Yes, I did say 20. So it'll give you some indications. Okay, so those important dates in March. So that's why you may have been feeling something is shifting, something is happening, but you don't see it out like in the physical yet. You're going to start seeing that, okay? Some old cycles are ending. You have earned this right to passage, okay? So good things are going to come to you. Offers, opportunities, connections are all going to come to you. But it's like, just know that it's okay for some days for us to feel like we're a little bit all over the place. That's because the energies are like, there's too many shifts happening around us, okay? So let's see. Spirit, what's the advice then for my beautiful pile one? What is the advice for my pile one on this lovely journey? Yeah, I mean, don't play the lottery. I don't I don't advocate that. But you have the Wheel of Fortune and you have the Door to Value right here. So let's see. We've got Strength, 7 of Cups, and I'm going to get one more. Spirit, one more. What's the advice? Ooh, we got too many cards. Okay, we're gonna have to take them. So bottom deck, we do have the Page of Wands, which does talk about new beginnings, okay? And then again, it's also like not being afraid to try something new. That's the energy I get from this page over here. Oh, kind of also looks like Taylor Swift. Interesting. But like, don't be afraid to start something new. As I said, some of the examples I gave, it may be exciting and new to you, and should be to you, not to anybody else, okay? Ooh, Magician. I didn't even look at that. I was going to start here. Okay, well, let's start this way. So we have the Strength card, and this is all coming in your advice. So for me, this coming in the advice is like, you have to conquer your inner demons. And demons is a strong word, or inner beast, or inner critic. Let's put it that way. So try to think, especially with the Gemini card, is like our intellect, or we have the 5 of Swords over here. In our mind, where are we holding ourselves back? That's something you may have to tame and not be afraid of what you want to really create in this life, okay? That's coming through very, very clearly. But and know that, yes, you're strong enough, and of course you're very protected. But it's more about like standing up to our own fears. This is all internal, okay? Leo Major Arcana, Pisces Major Arcana. I call this as my Saturn card. Wherever Saturn is in your Saturn and Jupiter, those two. So it could be Sagittarius, Aquarius, or Capricorn. But let's see what else we have in advice. We do have 7 of Cups, okay? So I'm going to put this here with the Knight of Cups. So there are some dreams. We have the 4 of Swords. And then we have the Ace of Swords. Look at that. And then, of course, we saw the Magician. So, in terms of your advice, it's like, look, you've got what it takes. Whatever you want to create, you can, of course, right? That's when the Magician shows up. Also, Magician is Aries. So Aries, or let's say Sagittarius. No, it's really Aries. So Aries season is going to be very, very pivotal, which is the 3rd week of that full moon in Aries could be remarkable for you. Which is the 21st of March. So yeah, a lot of key events. There's new aha moments, new beginnings, but you are going to come into it and like, don't forget your dreams. Okay. What do you aspire to do? What is valuable to you? That's going back to the same thing we started with, like, what is value to you is what you want to create. But your indicator of like, whether you're doing everything you can and if you're doing it right is if you feel excited, yes, not under pressure for it. Okay, that's why the 4 of Swords is over here. It's like, be excited about it. What are your dreams? What do you want to manifest? Stand up to your fears, because your fears are holding you back. So yeah, put your full effort in. There's like new beginnings here. There's the Ace of Swords and a Page of Wands. It's going to be something very exciting for you, and finally, like, planets and energies falling into place. But you have to ease into it. Okay, don't go chasing, at least not until Aries season. But this 4 of Swords is really speaking volumes to me right now, because it's trying to tell us that This is time to invite things in. So tap into your divine feminine. That's what this is showing us, because you already got the masculine figured out with the magician showing up over here. You have the high priestess here, your inner mystic power, and then the four of swords. Just like allow it to come in, okay? But things are falling into place. It's looking very, very good for you. Okay, we've gone on for over 25 minutes. Let me get your final... Let's get an angel number card for you. Oops, excuse me just a second. All right. Okay. So let's get your angel number message for you from a beautiful pile one spirit. What's their angel number for the month, or angel number message? Okay. Wow. I love it. I love it. That's 77777. You did start with a 7 and you came up with a 77, and you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter, like the jackpot 777. So let's read this. The tagline is, I am brave. Wow. Wow. You are brave, okay? And it's like, again, just your inner fear, inner ego, inner critic that you have to stand up to. And let's read the message. It says, it is time to move on from the old patterns, habits, and fears. Now is the time to walk in the direction of your biggest desires and ambitions. Now is the time to be bold and brave. Mic drop, people. And again, it's not just my energy. You are really tapped into spirit right now. Okay, so listen to the high priestess within you. Signs are all around you. It is time to be bold and brave and go after what you want. The external energies are really supportive of that at this time. Okay, I wish you a fabulous month. If you like the reading, do give me a thumbs up below, comment below, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Think of it as an energy exchange for the time that I put in here. Okay, with that, much love and light, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, Pal 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the second oracle card. Just cleansing your space again, and we'll get started right away. So you chose card number 32, which reduces to a 5. Confidence. By earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take light, burn higher. Wow. This is an amazing month for you. So I see a lot of success, a lot of... we're a 5. So 5th house energy, Leo, your energy is really big. So this is... because I'm like getting tingling all over my scalp right now, my crown chakra. This is your time to shine, okay? Do not shy away from limelight this month. It's a very Leo-like energy, which means it could be career, it could be you're a small business, because 5th house, fun, creativity, true love. It's a house of true love. What else? It's the house of, sports, a little bit gambling, but I don't recommend it. But 5th house energies are really big for you this month. Whatever 5th house is for you, pay attention to that. And in the intro, I mentioned the big planets moving this month. So Saturn going from Aquarius to Pisces on the 7th of March. That's a big day. We have a new moon that day as well. Then we have Pluto leaving Capricorn for a little bit and going into Aquarius on March 23rd. So those could be some big, March 20th, I think, or 23rd. Those could be really big for you. I'm also picking up Mars, because Mars is leaving Gemini and going into Cancer. That may be the 23rd, so towards the end, or 28th, towards the end of the month. So very big planets moving, but this is all very positive for you. And the reason I'm spending so much time and energy here, because you have all the elements, earth, air, fire, and water. When these type of energies come through, it means everything is kind of falling in place in the macro, okay? Elements that are out of our control are now here to help us, okay? So that's what we're gonna see. But this is also a reminder with the 5th house energy that things are gonna change. So be ready for change. Fives or 555 represents changes in our life, but they're always meant for us to grow and bring good things. So leveling up is what 555 represents, okay? So that's why the confidence message is here, that when opportunities come to you, don't be afraid. Like, so what? You may stumble initially if it's a completely new experience, but this is the time to be confident because opportunities are coming to you. And it's like limelight. Again, orange. That's there. So this is also our solar plexus. Well, it's actually yellow technically, but orange is your sacral, right? So yellow, orange may be good colors for you to be around, wear, and just surround yourself with. But wow. So limelight energy is what I'm picking up over here. Okay, so we're doing full life shuffle in today's reading because people have asked me. So we'll do that. Let's get all the oracle cards out. We're going to use 4 decks. First one up is the energy oracle. So we'll draw the cards first and then we'll look at them, okay? And this part can be sometimes like cards flying. That's why I do it off camera, but today, I guess March is such a big month, I just wanted it to be live. So for pile 2, Spirit, help me tap into their energy. What is happening for them in March? You see, I said sometimes the cards just like fly. Okay, I'll be first. Then we have the Sacred Destiny Oracle. Everything's been shuffled before I start the reading or the pile. Let's see. Pile 2, Spirit. Pile 2. What did I need to know? What does March hold for them? Okay. And we have the Spirit Animal Oracle. Oh, okay. That was fast. All right. And then we'll take the last oracle deck or card from the Astro Codes. For pile 2. It's the astrological element for them. Okay, so let's get started. For my confident pile 2, let's see what the energies are for you in March. We have the Garden and the Gate. Oh my goodness, that's 3 and 3 for March anyway. Wow. I'm saying wow because we have this coming up with the Garden, and I did touch on take the step, be open to opportunity, be confident. The Garden and the Gate really talks about we waited long enough. If you look at her gaze is actually to the butterfly or out over the horizon. Even though she has a beautiful garden over here, okay, she's got a beautiful bouquet or a basket of flowers. Everything is so beautiful here, but she is caged, okay? She is behind the gate. So the Garden and Gate, it shows up when Spirit is encouraging us to spread our wings and fly. So you no longer need to keep yourself in the confines of what you're used to. And this could mean different things in different areas of our life, right? But this is like a good omen to, it's almost like if you're thinking about it, that's a confirmation. It should not be new news to you. This is something you've been thinking about doing for a while, but either you have not been able to put the time towards it, or just the elements, the energies around us, the ecosystem, the economy. I don't know why economy wanted to come through, or family situation, family dynamic, relationship dynamic, something or the other has kind of kept you in that zone, okay? So now is time to be confident and take the leap forward, okay? And it's very, very highly supported if that's something you've been wanting to do for a while, okay? All right, so let's see. Next card up, we have Solitude. So this one is an interesting one. Again, Hermit energy. It also talks about listen to your inner guidance because that when we're alone, when we're in solitude, that's when the guidance comes clearest the most, because we don't have the chatter from external elements or other people. But this card, the visual specifically showcases going with the flow. And why I say that is, if for a little bit you feel that you need to empower yourself and do things on your own, that's okay. That's what the solitude card says. It shows this person sitting in a boat and literally gliding across that looks like a lake. Okay, the lake doesn't have a lot of turbulence, so you just kind of see, you can go where you want to go. It's very gentle, but it's like a gentle solo journey that you've been thinking about taking. And it's the right time for it. You just need to believe that all the elements are going to fall in place for you, okay? So cutting out the clutter, there's a full moon in the background. So full moon in Aries is, I believe, on March 21st. Please always double check the dates. That is in Aries. And Aries symbolically represents the beginning of the astrological year. Okay, it's not January, it's not Capricorn or Aquarius, it's actually Aries. So that is coming up as an important time marker for you. So it could be something that you've been wanting to start for a while, and the timing may be right for it. So listen to your intuition on that, okay? Because something is coming to a completion with the full moon showing up in the background, or has like some cycle is ready to be closed, okay? And you know it in your heart of hearts. This is just confirmation for you. Then we have number 25, which reduces to a 7, the elephant spirit. Learn from the past, okay? Elephants represent two things. And again, it could be, I always tell readers, listeners and viewers, each reader has a different association with the animal that they see, right? Or cards, even with cards, we have different meanings, how we read them. For viewers to go up and look up the spiritual meaning of the animals that show up in a reading for you, because they are your spirit guides in one way, shape, or form, and different animals will appear at different times. So if you've been on my channel, you know I talk about it. So for you, you may want to read up on what elephant means to you. For me as a reader, it's two things. One is wisdom and the second is protection, okay? So elephants are full of wisdom, and this, it says here, learn from the past. So there's enough that you have in your arsenal at this point. You have enough knowledge, enough experience to charge this new path. Is it a new job that you've been trying to apply for, and you've been holding yourself back because you feel you don't have enough years of experience, or you don't have the degree, or you don't have the typical work experience on a resume, and you've been holding yourself back? Well, fake it till you make it, or push yourself to the limit. And I don't mean like be fake. That means that sometimes you yourself have to push yourself and just take a leap of faith on you, on yourself. Believe in you, because you have built so many years of experience. And it doesn't mean that you have to have 10 years of work experience, something. No, through different areas of life, you have gathered a lot of knowledge. So that's the first part of the elephant spirit. And the second part is protection, okay? Elephants really protect their herd. They are great leaders. They protect their herd, their family, their children, and they are very strong. They're very gentle. They'll take, pretty much, it's reminding me of like baby elephant tantrums, and how the mama elephant or the daddy elephant just like stands there and let them do whatever they want, because they're so patient and so mature in their own energy. They're like, yeah, the kid needs to get it out. But no matter what, if an obstacle comes in the way, the same gentle mother or father, like figure of speech elephant, is going to ram through those obstacles, right? So they protect and they also ram through obstacles. So three things, not two, three things: wisdom, protection, and then ramming through obstacles. So all that energy is within you, and it's being activated in the month of March. So let's see your astrological card. We have conjunction alliance. Beautiful. This is number 51, which reduces to a 6. So this is not particularly like an element or a sign or a planet, but it's the aspect. So again, I'm not a professional astrologer, but I'm an aspiring astrologer. But we always talk about like, oh, this sign or this planet is sitting in this sign, so that's what it means. Not really, because it's all about the aspects it's making in your chart. And this is an aspect. So aspect literally means angles, because you could have the best placements of the planets, but if they're at an odd angle to each other, it's not the best thing for you, right? So that's where the personal reading comes in. So conjunction is an amazing aspect to have. So it's usually represented by the symbol in a natal chart, and literally it says alliance. Okay, so this means things are falling into place. As we said over here, all elements are in the right angle or conducive to whatever you want to do this month. Okay, you have to rely on your wisdom, on your experience, and your inner knowing to go after what you're trying to do, because the universe is supporting it at this time. We could end your reading right here. Okay, pile 2. Spirit, tap me further into their energy. And let's go deeper into what do they need to know. So what does March hold for them? We're going to use the Wheel of Fortune Tarot this month. So, wow, Empress card coming out. Look at that powerful start. So what does my pile 2 need to know? What does March hold for them? Pile 2, Spirit, pile 2. My gosh, unbelievable cards. I saw the Fool. Whew, amazing energy. Wow, look at that. So, and then bottom deck, we have the 3 of Cups. Look at that. So much celebration here for you. I'll just put this here for a while. So we have the Empress as the first card. So again, let me just lay them all out and I'll into the messages. This one came out. 3 of Pentacles. Gorgeous. You have 2 3s. You have a lot of 3s in your reading. 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, 3, and then we started with 32. So yeah, a lot of 3s showing up. Interesting. Okay, so 3 of Cups. We have the 4 of Wands. Then we have another major arcana, the Fool energy. And then we have the, what? I thought this was the King of, oh my gosh, I'm blown away. The Emperor. All right, whoop, whoop. Hold up, you guys. Pile 2, you've got the Empress and the Emperor. For some of you, have you been thinking about moving in with your significant partner? There is a divine counterpart showing up, a divine couple showing up at the table for you, okay? So this could be somebody new, somebody you already know that you've been thinking about taking it to the next level. Again, it could be for a few of you. There's celebration, and there is the 4 of Wands, which is traditionally the minor arcana of marriage. Okay, so some of you, if you've been wanting to, you know, get married, but you've been thinking about it for a while, whatever the blocks have been, this month looks like you're going to power through them. And I literally feel like the obstacles, you're going to power through them. Okay, that's happening here for some of you. So if that's your situation, okay, so take it if it fits. It's a general reading. Not everybody's getting married. Well, that would be something. But there's celebration. There is, no matter what changes, no matter what feels like is up in the air at this time, this month is a very powerful month for you. And I think it's all stemming from your inner power. Oh, we have the confidence. Yeah, it's all coming from your inner power. And because of that, everything is falling into place. Stepping away from the marriage topic, with the Empress and the Emperor showing up and flanking your cards here in the middle, it is showing us that you have reached a level of maturation where you are leading your life and you have a perfect balance of your divine femininity and divine masculinity. Meaning, you know where you're going to charge ahead with the Emperor energy. Again, this is Aries energy coming through. You know where you're going to charge ahead, and which goals you're going to crush and go after. And you know when to step back and let the universe deliver things to you. Okay, so what would that mean in real life? It's like, all right, I want to change my job and I'm going to put my resume out there. I want to, whatever, sign up for the premium LinkedIn version so I can directly reach out to hiring managers or recruiters, whatever have you. What's it called? I think it's called InMail or something on LinkedIn. That's the Aries or the Emperor energy. Like, I'm going to do the action. I'm going to take it. I'm going to do my blast resume, whatever. Then after that, you become the Empress. And that's when you tap into femininity. It's like, all right, I've done the best I can, or I could. Now I'm going to let the universe do its job, and I'm going to go and be happy and build my own things and, let things happen when they're meant to happen. That is the perfect balance, and you have it here. So I want you to give yourself a pat on the back, because this is not an easy place to be. It takes a lot of solitude and processing and working through our shadows to get to a place where we are wise enough, again, looking at the elephant, we're wise enough to know when to keep pushing against the elements and when to just sit back and say, all right, it'll happen when it'll happen. I have done what was in my power. So beautiful energy for you, pile 2. We do have the building blocks here with 3 of Pentacles. So if this is kind of giving me, and it's for, of course, with the 3 of Cups here, with the celebration here, celebration. There's going to be plenty of opportunity for you to actually celebrate. So maybe for some of you, it's about getting out of solitude. If that opportunity comes, go for it. Because you're going to find yourself in a place where people appreciate what you have to offer. And it's not like you're trying to sell something, but that may be a further boost to your confidence. That's what I'm hearing, is because you may just show up, and then the topics that you're interacting around, or how you're, carrying a conversation, it just is going to bring more people to you. It's going to draw people to you. And because this is typically an energy of where there's a sculptor creating their art form, and then there are spectators who are looking at the sculptor and saying, wow, look at his sculpture or her sculpture. But the person creating the art is so in it, they don't see the value yet. They're committed to it, but they don't realize how much people are going to love it. Okay, that's not where their emphasis is. So what I'm getting is if you get opportunities to meet with people, go for it. Take that leap of faith. Okay, there are new beginnings at hand here for you. If you're nervous about something, don't worry about it. Just go for it. Have the confidence. Go for it. Get your foot in the door, because there's a lot of people who appreciate what you have to offer. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So, and of course, if you get any invitations, listen to your inner guidance. You'll know. It's been telling you. But with this one, if you get any invitations, networking events, or I don't know, career events, parties, neighborhood barbecue, if that's the thing, whatever it is, or trying a class for free, something like that. And if it excites you in the least bit, go for it, because it's going to open doors for you. Okay. All right. So Spirit, then what's the advice for pile 2 with all these beautiful energies? It's the advice. We have a 4 of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords. See, going from the 3 to the 4. That's that growth. There's that change. Let's get a couple more. What's the advice? I almost feel like the terms that keep coming back is just begin. Just begin, because the Fool is it's the card number 0, Major Arcana. And that's the whole tarot is designed around the Fool, the journey of the Fool. So you have to take the first step. That has to happen with the Page of Swords showing up over here. Let's get a couple more, Spirit. Oops. Okay, one more. Okay. So, and then bottom deck energy, you do have the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to rest her here. That's the Divine Feminine. You have the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. Some of you are if you're an awesome parent, or you will be an awesome parent, if that's something you're worried about, don't worry about it. I don't take reversals, but I do sometimes take the energy of how the card comes out. So you have the 5 of Swords, and then you have the Scorpio Major Arcana, which is the Death card. So definitely, as we said, we have the death and the new beginnings. It's something new that you're being called to get on with. I mean, get on with it already. Tough love. I have to say sometimes the things that I channel, but I don't mean it disrespectfully, but that's some of your guides are really funky. They give nice phrases to me. So it's come on, get on with it already. You know what you have to do. Just go for it. Stop overthinking, because this is the overthinking card but it's a 5, okay? So it's very easy to snap out of this energy, but it's also very easy for it to come back. So it's kind of a mental nuance that sometimes we put ourselves into. But this is like, this has to end. I think we talked about it over here as well. Something, whatever this phase is, it has matured, it has reached its culmination point. So it's time to close that chapter and start a new one. Stop doubting yourself. That's important. And stop being nervous whether this is going to work out or not. Because the Four of Pentacles is stubborn energy. We kind of close ourselves. We kind of hold our heart. This again could be to relationships as well, where some of you who are trying to get into a new relationship, you want it, but at the same time you don't want it because you're nervous from the past experiences. So you're just trying to maintain stability. And there's nerves here, or again, it's small, but there are some nerves here that kind of hold you back, because it's like, what is going to be the 10 steps forward? Well, let's start at 0 and let's see where it takes us. Okay, so you need to open up and stop holding on for dear life. Over here, this guy's really trying with hands and legs, arms and legs, to hold on to these 4 pentacles. No, I can't. But no, it is time to change. Okay, and I really keep hearing this. Just take the first step. The Page of Swords is you feel like if you were the intern in this aspect of life, how would you go about it? You don't know anything, but you got to start, right? That's the only way you'll learn the experiences. So you have to have the attitude of I'm going to go do it. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to learn from whoever I need to learn with or from, but I've got to go. Very, very enthusiastic. Again, confidence. Okay, so confidence is going to be the main thing for you. So beat the odds, beat your own inner odds, correct and hold your, prove your inner critic wrong is what I'm hearing at this point, okay? Fantastic. Okay, pile 2. So let's see, what is your angel number message for the month? But yeah, a lot of abundance is here and stability. If some of you are worried about stability. The Queen of Pentacles is like the provider of the house. She makes money, she looks after herself, she takes care of the family, everything is fine around her, almost like the Empress energy, right? So Empress is the mother of the Queen. Empress is the mother of all the queens, so she's everything encompassed. But yeah, nothing to worry about in terms of stability. Perhaps that's what's been keeping you where you are, is the sense of stability that it offers, but inside you've been wanting to make a change. So your number for this month, oh, wow, I am independent. Okay, number 17 is your angel number, and the message here is the quality of work you can produce when you're going at it alone is almost unbelievable. Solitude energy. You are as independent as you are ambitious, capable of performing every step of the way with efficiency, focus, and skill. Man, it's like your spirit team is boosting you up, pumping you up with confidence to garden, to solitude, to elephant, alliance, or conjunction. And then this one right here, I am independent. So that's your confirmation, pile 2. You know what to do. So I hope you have a fabulous March. If you like the reading, do give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel as a form of energy exchange, and comment below if you feel like it. I love reading people's comments. So with that, wish you much love and light. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. This is for those of you who chose the 3rd oracle card. Letting go, just cleansing your space again, and we get started. So today's reading is all live shuffle, so you'll get to see how I get the cards. Sometimes it's not very pretty as they fly all over, but March is a big month, so just wanted to keep it very, very fluid. So you chose number 6, letting go. Allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall feel never again, or the sting I shall never feel again. Interesting. Any Frozen fans here? Any Disney fans here? So what this is giving me, it's a big month for healing for you. And it's almost like finally closing a chapter. Okay, it's been a theme for another pile as well. Closing chapters, beginning new ones. But for you, it's more about, yes, there's a new beginning, but there's a huge emphasis on closing a very, very, very long cycle. Okay, this could be like a karmic relationship, a karmic work contract, a family situation that's been going on for years, for decades even, I'm hearing. Something like that where finally you get to feel lighter. Okay, and this may have to do maybe for you that Pluto is an important planet because Pluto is switching signs in March, or Saturn may be a very important sign for you in your placement or in your natal chart because Saturn is shifting signs here. So I'll bring those elements up I just mentioned briefly in the intro if they show up in your reading, but this feels a very heavy cycle, and they're both very heavy planets, okay? That let's talk about dates quickly. On the 7th of March, Saturn is shifting out of Aquarius and into Pisces. It's going to be there for 2.5 to 3 years. So when Saturn leaves a sign, a heavy cycle ends, or the restrictive area, energies in that area are released. And then towards the end, it actually gives us a gift for all the efforts we put in. So it's like a tough love father figure that Saturn represents in our chart. So something, maybe Saturn is a big time marker, which is March 7th for you. Or the other big one is, I believe it's March 23rd, when Pluto leaves the sign of Capricorn and goes into the sign of Aquarius. Even though it's like a 2.5 month initial change, it's going to go back into Capricorn, but it's a big energy of like, we have now wrapped things up, we're going to move forward. And then when it goes back in Capricorn, you may just have to tie up some loose ends, but then starting next year, it's a completely new 20-year cycle. Yes, I said 20. So look for your Saturn and your Pluto placements, because for this pile, I'm really picking up on that. But honestly, huge release. There's a huge release for you. So let it go and listen to that song. Sing along with that song if that helps you. I sing along. I never know the words and I make a fool of myself. And it's a really fun experience all around because my kids get to laugh at me and it's all just fun. But there is that Elsa rising. And interesting, I have the colors of Elsa as well. Interestingly, we have all Elsa colors today. Interesting. And I said interesting so many times. So you, my friends, are coming out in the light, in the world, and you're no longer holding yourself back. You're closing this long cycle. Okay? All right, great. So I'm going to leave this here and let's get your oracle cards. We have 4 decks here. Let's start with the energy oracle. I don't know why I shuffle again. I mean, everything gets shuffled in between piles, but it is the energy, whatever energy needs us to do. So, pile 3. Spirit, tap me further into pile 3. What are the energies for pile 3 in the month of March? What does March hold for my beautiful pile 3s who are rising up, rising like the phoenix, getting into a new beautiful cycle? Lovely. Let's get a card from... I have to shuffle. Some of them I do need to, and some of them I don't. But it is what it is. Okay, that was fast. This is the Sacred Destiny Oracle. You have another Elsa color, Elsa theme. So maybe you felt like you've had to hold back and maybe you felt iced out, I'm hearing. That's coming to an end, my loves. That totally is. Pile 3. March. What's the energy? What do they need to know? What surrounds them? What's available to them? And then, last but not the least, we'll take a card from the Astro Codes deck. Ooh, oh my gosh. Whoa. Okay, we got 3. We're going to take them. This is why when you see my other readings and I say 2 came out, 3 came out, that's what happens. And then we have to honor them. Okay. So let's get into it. We're going to move your Letting Go Oracle card over here and let's get on with these. Okay. So first up, we've got the Door to Spirit. Woo, love it. Number 32. Honestly, when I said a big, huge karmic cycle is ending, this is what I was feeling because This heaviness is open, and look at all the feathers. Look at the light, beautiful energy that's coming through for you. And 5 means changes, okay? So open yourself up, embrace the beautiful changes that are coming. Yes, it would mean ending something, getting away from it so you can embrace the new, but this is, you've gone through it. You've gone through the ringer. You've been on a very deep spiritual healing. You have done your shadow work. You've gone to the depths. I kept getting a maybe Scorpionic energy here. You've gone to the depths of your ego and your fears, and you've come out shining, okay? It's like the glowing energy that you're getting. Beautiful. Often, I have to acknowledge, actually not often, almost always, the spiritual path is not easy. But when we get to this stage, it is so fruitful. And, you know, it's not fair. It's not fair that we have to go through difficult experiences to reach awakening, to reach enlightenment, so we can start helping ourselves and help others. But that's the only way we learn what is right and what is wrong and what's the way to do it. It's not something we can learn from textbooks. No, we have to live those experiences. So it's a different type of healing, okay? Or even if you're a healer, if you identify yourself as a healer of any form, spiritual or physical, but it's slightly different, you know, like you can learn it in the books, but even a real life doctor has to practice. But the real life doctor never has to go through those ailments to learn what will heal them, right? Unfortunately, spiritual people have to. So we have to go through the trauma. We have to go through the pain and anxiety and agony to come out of it, so we can stand up and shine and be that beacon of light for others, and maybe give them a few tips when they're going through it. So it's very different. So my heart goes out to you. I'm in the same boat, but that's how we learn, and that's what we signed up for. But good news is that agony is over. The door to spirit is wide open for you, starting now. Okay, let's see what this has. We have potential. Look at that. There is like, you're gonna grow so much. So you have to believe in your potential, especially like, you know, when we come out or we're wrapping up a long cycle, we can often feel a little bit low energetically because we feel like we may have failed. But actually, no, you haven't failed. You have gone through the experience. You've learned your lessons. You may be a little soft on confidence right now, but don't give up on yourself. You have a huge potential to grow. Can you give yourself the space to actually grow and honor your potential? That's what's coming through over here, okay? Because this is like, don't look at a mountain, like a dormant volcano, and underestimate it. There's much more depth to it, okay? So it could like rise up any time. That's your potential. You're much more than what people see on the surface. There is a lot of wisdom within you, and you have to utilize that wisdom, okay? Huge potentials of growth for you. Wow, look at that. Flamingo Spirit number 26, which reduces to an 8. And it says, embrace the in-between. Exactly what we're talking about. So I think for you guys, Pluto is a big one. It is a big one. I will call that out because Flamingo with embrace the in-between is like, you're closing something, you're starting something new, you know, you're just like, all right, let's say, for example, a basic example for life. Starting a new job, okay? You have given in your notice at the current job, you're wrapping up in 2 weeks, and then your new job, you're starting, let's say, in 3 weeks. So you're graceful and, you know, out of self-love, you give yourself a week of time off. You should give more, by the way. But you take that 1 week off and you've ended your job. That's the in-between period because you're like trying to clear out the old stuff, and at the same time, you're getting ready for the new. So there's like, sometimes there's a little bit of resentment as we're closing a chapter because we're closing it for the reasons that it didn't go our way. And that's okay. And we may not understand the why. So sometimes we may be trapped in the why. Why did I have to close this? And at the same time, there's anxiety and nervousness and excitement about the new job. It's like, oh my gosh, how are my colleagues going to be? You know, is it going to be how I felt in the interview? Are there going to be any surprises? So there's excitement and resentment and all these energies that are all within you because you are more than one dimension, right? You're more than one feeling. So this spirit, the flamingo spirit, is here to tell you it's okay. It is natural to feel that way. But once you move forward fully. You have huge potential to grow. Don't let the past hold you back. Okay, now with your reading, since we got 3 astro cards, I'm gonna have to do some placement magic here live. Let's see, so 3, right? Okay, so your first one out, you have Aquarius, collaborate. Some of you, Pluto is actually moving into Aquarius, and Aquarius, that one just like flew out of my hand. Okay, let me put the cards out first. How are you gonna do this? I want you to see all the cards. Maybe that way, okay? Let me put all the cards out because that's one like really wanted to talk. This one flew out. We have Venus, beloved, number 21, another 3 showing up for you, 3 and 3. We have 2 and 2 and 2. So 3s and 2s are coming up loud in your reading so far. And then the third one here is solar flares. Activate. This is number 17. Interesting. So this reduces to an 8, So 3, 2, and 8 are pretty significant in your energy. So astrologically speaking, Venus is again, I guess she wanted to talk first, how she just like flew out over there. This is a time to value yourself, okay? Venus is traveling in Pisces at this time, so you may want to look at what that means for you. But Venus talks about all the things we like, the finer things in life, what we value. This can be art, this can be good food, wining and dining, art, exhibitions, or what are they called? Like going to the Emporium? Why did Emporium come through? Museum, okay? Things like that, whatever you value. But also don't forget, Venus represents Taurus, which is the second house. Second house is our self-worth. So Venus wants to call your attention to, don't you dare look down upon yourself for letting go of something, for closing a chapter. You have to value yourself, value your sanity, your peace, and your peace of mind, and take care of yourself and draw the line, create the boundaries because you respect yourself, okay? And the more you do that, the more abundance you attract to yourself. Look at all the flowers. Also bring some flowers in your house, or like tend to your garden if you like to garden. If you don't like buying flowers, that's totally okay. But, aesthetically make your environment nice. Aesthetically spend time in yourself. Do your hair, do your nails, or, take a long bath or take a walk in spirit. Whatever that works for you, do something for you. Because Venus is loud in your reading. You have so much potential. You gotta value yourself first. Okay, now that we have that out of there, but it also talks about abundance and money coming in, okay? And with solar flares, you are being activated with the door to spirit. Venus and solar flares are really activating your spiritual up and up journey. Just embrace it, because there's going to be sometimes 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and that's okay. That's when we from a toddler crawling to learning to walk, they still stumble back and forth. But yeah, they are in the walking stage officially, right? Sometimes they may stumble, but they're still learning, they're still walking now, right? So that's the stage that's coming through. But this is like big boom, okay? I'm laughing because my kids call big boom something else, but it's like a release is what I'm getting for you. Huge release and huge new activation. And with Aquarius, there's going to be people around you to help you through this. It does say collaborate. So whether it be friends, colleagues, neighbors, sisters, brothers, whatever, family, your partner, they are going to help you through it. But you got to embrace the vulnerability. Okay, let go of if you have an image or a self-image of I need to do this on my own because I'm strong, because that's what I signed up for. No, sometimes it's okay to ask for help, and it's actually a sign of humility, and it's a sign of not letting our ego take over when we ask for help. And out of that's a natural human nature. Everybody wants to help others, okay? So you will get that help. Aside from that, Aquarius is also, as I said, where Pluto is moving in, and some of you may be Aquarius because Saturn is moving out and Pluto is moving in. So this is Aquarius people are feeling a lot of this month. But Aquarius is all about advancement. It's technological advancement, it's scientific advancement, it's AI, it's science, it's healthcare, it's everything futuristic So you're entering a futuristic phase of your life, whatever that is, okay? This is a step change, complete step change from how your life has been so far. So embrace it, be ready for it, be open to it. Okay. All right, breathe and breathe. Okay, so we're gonna use the Wheel of Fortune Tarot. Let's see, Spirit for pile 3. What do they need to know? What does March hold for them? Look at that beautiful offer. First card out, loud and clear, Knight of Cups. So beautiful new beginnings, beautiful offer, something that you're gonna love is coming through. And I'm gonna have to get creative with it. You gotta roll with the flow, go with the flow. So you have Knight of Cups. What does pile 3 need to know? What does March hold for them? You got the Hierophant, Major Arcana. This is the Taurus Major Arcana. I have coming right next to Venus. Interesting. Okay, let's get some more. What does March hold for my beautiful pile 3? Just at the very first view of these two cards, the Knight of Cups and the Hierophant, there may be like a leadership offer coming to you. Like you have the Page of Cups. Yeah, definitely a surprise offer coming through for some of you. A leadership opportunity, something that you've been wanting to do for a while but haven't really had the opportunity arrive. That seems to be happening this month, the more you open up to it. Let's get a couple more. Okay. Oh, we got so many more. Okay, well, we gotta take them. Bottom deck energy, we have the Two of Wands. Yeah, so you see, moving between worlds. There is travel, but doesn't have to be physical travel, but there's movement, okay? There is this flamingo spirit of embrace the in-between, because you're on the move where elements are moving, and it's gonna be your choice whether you take that or not. Okay, so we have, wow, look at that. 10 of Cups. You are moving towards your fulfillment, okay? This is an abundance of energy, or this is like the overflow, the excess of an energy is what the 10s represent. So definitely coming into an opportunity that's going to get you leadership status, whatever that means to you, that's going to bring you visibility. You may be surprised at how much you're appreciated for what you have to offer. And this is going to bring you a lot of happiness, okay? Fulfillment, absolute fulfillment. Let's see, we have the Fool. Let it go, because a new beginning is here. We have the Fool energy showing up. This is Major Arcana, new beginnings. We have the Hanged Man. Yep, you've been waiting on it. The timing is finally right. The elements are in your favor. We have the High Priestess, another major, my gosh. Look at that Major Arcanas. And you have the High Priestess and the High Priest. Wow. I'm blown away. And we have 2 more. So we have the Emperor and let's see, we have the Death card. So you have the Death and the beginning, the Fool, okay? This is something that you've been wanting to end for a while, let's call it. And that's the first energy we picked up. So this is confirmation. Look. You are in a position where you can lead your life the way you want to now. The elements are right. It's going to make you really, really happy. And this is, sorry, let me just put these here. This is the month where things are going to start shifting for you. Okay, so you got to be open to it. Trust that no matter how surprising it is, it's surprising because you don't believe in your own potential, right? That's why this card is here. That's why this energy is here. You got a lot to offer. You got to believe in it. You know this within your heart of hearts, but maybe somewhere your fear and your ego interferes and it's kind of holding yourself back into limbo. But this cycle has to end. So go ahead and end it. Accept that offer. Accept the opportunity. Open the door. Open the door when you hear the knock. That's important because you're rising up. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcanas. This is no joke. So no matter what, this is destined to change in your life. And I'm looking at that. 5. Yes, it's changing. You have to be okay with being nervous sometimes, being excited sometimes, being like regretful. That's okay. But you just have to hear it, let it surface up, and then release it. You have to let it go because you are rising up no matter what. No matter what. Things are changing, okay? So let's see. Is there any advice for pile 3? Looks like you're on the right path. I just feel some of you may, because that word regret keeps coming up. Don't look at your things that you have to now close out or your chapters as a failure. Please don't, because that's not it. They were here to teach you something in life that you signed up for. That does not make you a failure. You have so much untapped potential in you. So stop looking in the rear view mirror is what I'm hearing. Interesting. When you're driving, stop looking so much into the rear view mirror. Pay attention more to what's ahead. That's the message some of your guides want to bring through. Okay? I know sometimes the words can be like, what? But I channel, so I have to honor what I hear. So it's okay. Once in a while, keep an eye, of course. That's what the rear view mirror is for. And these are metaphorical, right? Let's see. Your advice. Magician comes out. Boom. Mic drop. This is who you are. You can create whatever you put your mind to. And you have the Fool and the Magician. Card number 0, card number 1. This is your progression. You're on the up and up. You have to believe it, okay? And you have to value yourself for it, because Venus was like super loud in your reading. So love yourself, give yourself the space, and no matter how chaotic things look, because your pile has the most spread out cards. So you may be in a time where you may have been feeling like, when are things gonna, when is this chaos gonna, sort itself out? Well, now it will. Now it will, okay? Believe in your power. What goes within comes out. As above, so below. You have all the elements. Trust yourself. You will conquer this, okay? Let's get any other advice Spirit has for you. This is a very powerful reading. It's a major chapter ending for you. Any other advice for pile? Yeah, look, let it go. Confirmation. Anything else? Last card. Anything else? Okay. And bottom deck. I was going to show you bottom deck. So this flipped out, ran out there because Spirit wanted to show you this. The sun. The sun is coming out for you, my loves. Reminding me of like when I said you may have felt iced out, but look at how much things are thawing and producing results and fruit and flowers for you, okay? The sun is coming out. You're entering the spring of your life. Whew, deep. I have chills. And this is what I was going to show you. Like bottom deck energy, there's a lot of stability. There's a lot of celebration. You have finally arrived home is what this feels like, okay? After this journey, you have opened the door and you will finally feel at home. That's what I'm hearing. Powerful energies, but these also flipped out in terms of advice. So again, 8 of Cups, okay, is an energy of like, we've been working, building on our happiness, and then we reach to number 8 and we realize, well, actually, along the way, we realize we're no longer happy. We've been doing what we thought would bring us happiness, and then finally, after working for so long on these things, we actually leave it all behind so we can go and find our true happiness, which is the 2 of Cups. Do you see? Do you see how powerful this is? But yeah, it takes courage. It takes courage to leave the cycles and the experiences and the things that we've done in the past, to leave them and say, all right, this is not bearing fruit anymore. It's not making me happy. It's not me anymore. I have evolved. So it's okay to leave things at a certain point and not keep like trying to force things to happen. Stop holding yourself back. Okay. You'll have this clarity. You know what to do. And you will be able to balance out these energies, okay? But this one for me is more like how openly they're receiving, both hands, okay? Just open them and let the universe present yourself with the opportunities, okay? This is also like going back to the embracing the in-between also. It's okay to feel some days we're not on top of it and some days we are, But it's all about creating that new benchmark for ourselves. What is our new baseline? What are we starting off of? And some days it's going to feel a little bit old and new, kilter back and forth, or whatever it is, like teeter-totter. But it is going to be so worth it. Take that leap of faith, most of all. Okay. All right. So let's get your final card, your angel number message. My beautiful pile 3. I feel you feel super empowered on this journey. I'm sending you so much power, positive vibes. It's for you to let things go and start fresh. Let's see, what is your angel number for this month? Pile 3 Spirit. What is their message? We got 2 of them. Flipped open. So we have 333. I am powerful. Wow. You are being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truths and be a positive light to others. I'm getting goosebumps because that's what we got when we were looking at the door to spirit, and I was going through the spiel of how spiritual path can be difficult and talked about the beacon of light. Literally, you're a beacon of light to others. Okay, 333. And then you got, wow, 111. I am creative. Angels are ready to fully support you in this endeavor so that you can co-create with the universe a life you love. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. Right next to the number 1 card, 111 or 1111. My channel. Thank you so much. You're really tuned in, tapped in with your spirit team. Keep trusting your inner nudges. The path is really opening up for you. Okay, that's what I have for you, pile 3. If you like the reading, please do give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, as think of it as an energy exchange. Every click helps me and means a lot for the time that I put into these readings. So love you loads, wish you the very best, much love and light, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.